What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode with Outdoor Mike. Today we're taking this Ruger American Predator chambered in 308 from this to this. Alright guys, so basically what we're doing here, as I said, we're going to be taking all of this stuff that I just showed you here. We've got the new Ruger American Hunter Stock in olive drab. We've got Bipod, M-Lock Bipod mounts, a new muzzle brake from Ruger, and a new sling. The sling and Bipod and sling swivel all came in a package for like $23 on Amazon. I bought the stock. Came with the little device here with the M-Lock bolts for the buttstock. It also comes with a new magazine, the AICS 5-round magazine that goes to this, made by Magpul. This buttstock, this whole stock is also made by Magpul. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all this stuff and we're going to upgrade this rifle. Right now, as it sits, I've got the new scope on there, and when I look through the scope to actually get good sight picture, I have to have my cheek way up here. This is a fairly common problem with the rifle as it is, that the scope just sits too high from the base of this buttstock to get good cheek weld. So what we're going to be doing is taking this stock off and putting this stock on. It's got the high cheek mount. You can also order other cheek mount pieces. This piece is detachable, and you can order new pieces for that. There's also, you can see right here, the little lines. There's extra pieces that you can add on, and what they do is they just adjust your eye relief for the rifle for the individual shooter, so you can add pieces or take away pieces to make it more suitable for you. This comes with a very nice forgiving butt pad on it, so I'm really happy with that. So let's get into the build. First things first, whenever you handle a firearm, clear it out, weapon on safe, pull back the bolt, ensure the weapon is safe, remove the magazine. These come with the little 3-round plastic magazines. These ones are they no longer come with the rotary magazines. Ruger got rid of those, too many complaints. Now it's just a straight feed 3-round magazine that comes standard with the rifle. I've seen a lot of guys use these. They still like them. You can get some little modification cheek rests and stuff for this and just continue on with this if that's the way you choose to go. I chose to go with the new Magpul Hunter American Stock. It's just what I wanted to do. It's going to add a little over a pound of weight to your rifle, so if weight's an issue, then maybe you want to look at something different, but for me, it's not that big of a deal. This is a pretty light rifle system as it is, so adding 1 more pound to it's not that big a deal to me. So we'll take our bolt out, hit that little bolt release on the back, that's right there, and it slides right out. Next up, we're just going to take a Allen wrench and unscrew the bolts on this right underneath where the magazine well is. Get that one out and unscrew the other one. This also comes with the adjustable trigger, so while you've got it apart, if you're not happy with the trigger pull as it is, you can adjust it at that time. If I remember right, I'd have to go back and check, but I believe it's between a 3 to 5 pound trigger pull, so you can always adjust it down if you want to. So that's it, comes right off. So I'm just gonna take this one apart here. And we're gonna get it all set up. That there, but to do that we have to do, you see it doesn't have the little bead right here for your sling mount, so there's no sling stud. So what this comes with, you can get this, and like I said, it comes all in a little kit on Amazon for about 23 bucks. You get the bipod, the M-lock mount device with the sling swivel, or swing nut right there, sling nut, and you can just mount it right onto the front right here. So that's what we're gonna do. It even comes with its own Allen wrench to make it even simpler. So we'll just put this in here, these guys line up, and just start screwing them on. Again, they come with these little nuts, the little M-lock nuts, so the whole thing goes together fairly simple. That's all it takes, and it's on there nice and solid. So now we've got that on there, we are going to put the rest of our rifle together here. And this piece comes with this whole attachment piece right here. This just drops right in. Once you've gotten your first nut in, you're gonna have to take the whole thing out first, put this piece in, and then put it back in. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about here. So what I'm talking about here, you have to take out your trigger guard, and it comes with the ambidextrous mag release right there. It's just got these two little nubs on either side that it just clicks in on either side with, and then you're going to lock it in with one of these bolts that came from your standard rifle when you got it. But you've got your two pieces right here that you're going to be screwing into. Those of course come with, like I said, it is hot back here, so I'm sweating. Comes with your pieces right there to mount in. You just drop them into place. And you just slide it right in like that. And we take our first nut, the right sides here. They're going to go in like that. Take this guy, slide it back in, line up all our spots, make sure everything's lined up, and then we're going to screw in our bolts. Actually, I want to do this one last because I want to get that trigger guard back into place first. So now we've got that one bolt in there. You can see the whole thing kind of sets in, and the rest is just kind of add the other pieces back on, start screwing things together, getting it all settled together back in one piece. We'll drop our trigger guard and magazine well section back in. It just drops right back in, nice and easy. Take one of these shorter bolts that or little nuts come with it, or bolts. Start that one. That screws right in behind your trigger guard housing. It should be noted, guys, I am not a professional gunsmith. All right, so any adjustments or anything that you get from this video or anything else, if you choose to do these things, that's up to you. Like I said, I'm not a professional gunsmith, but I do like to do my own work on my own guns. So if you're that type of person that does their own work on their own gun, so we've got that out. We'll get these bolts the rest of the way unscrewed. Sorry, it's a little hot in here. The AC in this back building broke. But when you've got 4 kids, this is the quietest place to do this kind of stuff during the day. Take that piece off. You can see inside these stocks here, they've got kind of that honeycomb up front. And then they've got these 2 little aluminum mounts right there. The stock is actually pretty good. What a lot of guys are doing is they're just taking some epoxy and filling in this portion up here to stiffen it up. It does work. You can also take a little Dremel sanding tool if you're not don't have the fully free floating barrel. Most of these do, but some of them are touching before you get back to where the chamber is, to where your barrel is actually meeting up with your upper piece here. So if you want to really do that, there's a couple videos out there. A few other guys are doing videos on how to modify this buttstock if you just want to modify the buttstock. So just poke around YouTube. I'm sure you'll find them. They're not hard to find. You just look up for the Ruger American Predator mods. It's pretty simple to find. So we'll get rid of this here. And before we put it onto this stock, what I want to do is I'm going to mount my bipod. Again, this is just like it's a version of the Harris bipod, 6 to 9 inches. Got the little sling swivel right here. Tighten it up. Pretty standard the way most of these Harris little bipods work. So I'm just gonna take this one apart here. And we're gonna get it all set up. Like that there. But to do that, we have to do, you see it doesn't have the little bead right here for your sling mount. So there's no sling stud. So what this comes with, you can get this, and like I said, it comes all in a little kit on Amazon for about 23 bucks. You get the bipod, the M-Lock mount device with the sling swivel, or swing nut right there, sling nut, and you can just mount it right onto the front right here. So that's what we're gonna do. It even comes with its own Allen wrench to make it even simpler. So we just put this in here, these guys to line up, and just start screwing them on. Yeah, and they come with these little nuts, the little M-Lock nuts, so the whole thing goes together fairly simple. That's all it takes, and it's on there nice and solid. So now we've got that on there, we are going to put the rest of our rifle together here. And this piece comes with this whole attachment piece right here. This just drops right in. Once you've gotten your first nut in, you're gonna have to take the whole thing out first, put this piece in, and then put it back in. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about here. So what I'm talking about here, you have to take out your trigger guard, and it comes with the ambidextrous mag release right there. It's just got these 2 little nubs on either side that it just clicks in on either side with, and then you're gonna lock it in with one of these bolts. But you've got your 2 pieces right here that you're going to be screwing into. Those of course come with, like I said, it is hot back here, so I'm sweating. Comes with your pieces right there to mount in. You just drop them into place. And you just slide it right in like that. And we take our first nut. The right sides here. They're going to go in like that. Take this guy. Slide it back in, line up all our spots, Make sure everything's lined up. Okay, so you're going to put this piece back on here and take off your old stock, put your new stock on. Put these bolts off to the side. The long ones, don't use those. If you use them, they will stick up into your magazine well. And they will block your bolt and you won't be able to get anything in there. Sorry, it is hot back here. It's I live in Arizona here and it is hot. So the buttstock comes with 4 of these smaller bolts. Use them. Drop my first one down in here. Screw that one into place. Drop in my next one. This goes fairly quick. And we're going to drop our mag housing in. It says magazine well and your trigger housing. And like I said before, it's got the ambidextrous mag release right here from either side. And we'll grab our other 2 short little bolts here. Drop them into place. They all have the same size Allen key to put this whole thing together. So now we're going to add on our bipod. So it comes with a little Harris bipod here. Now there's other bipods you can get. For this rifle, there's a Magpul one that you can get. There's quite a few different companies that make bipods, and it's just get whatever you want. I liked this one specifically because it came with the mount for the with the M-lock bolts, so that I could mount it directly to this gun without doing any drilling, and I can just add on my sling and everything right to the front. But there we go. Okay. Down here. Nothing's protruding. All right. So to put the bolt back in, now that we've got this rifle together, and it is now a true free-floating barrel, as you can see, all the way around. We can put our bolt back in. And what you have to do with this, because it has this high cheek riser, you can't just put your bolt back in this way, because as you can see, your cheek riser gets in the way. So what you have to do is you actually put it in upside down and backwards, bring it to here, rotate it around, and you got to kind of wiggle it a little bit, depending on where your scope is, where your eye relief, and the way you have your rifle set up. If your scope's further forward, you won't have that issue. For me, I like my scopes a little further back, so I have to kind of jiggle it around to get it to go. And then you can get your bolt locked into place. All right. So now that our bipod's on, and the rifle's pretty well set up right now, next we're going to take we're going to unthread the old 3/8 inch 1/8 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 I'm going to do the de-thread the front of the rifle there, as it's got that threaded barrel. I'm going to take that little cap off the end, and we have, let's see, which one is this? This is the Ruger muzzle device. This is out from Ruger. It's their muzzle brake. The part number is muzzle brake-LN-30. There's a lot of different muzzle brakes out there for this rifle. I like this one just because you don't have to use a crush washer or anything with it. What it comes with is this little nut that goes on the back that you screw on first, and you just spin that all the way on until it hits the back, and you screw on your muzzle brake. Now obviously if I do it this way, they're not lining up properly. So what you can do is you turn it back just that little bit of a turn until you have it level or to where you want it, so that your ports are on the sides to where you'd want it. Then you just turn that little back nut until it's nice and tight. And then you just get a pair of pliers and you can lock that in nice and tight. I'll do that later. But for the purpose of this video, this is where we are. Check that. Make sure it's about where I want it. And that's our build. So what we did is today we took this rifle from this stock here. We removed that, got rid of those pieces, and added on the new stock, the new bipod, and the new muzzle brake. Muzzle brakes, you don't have to get them. What they do help with is they help with felt recoil. This one reduces your recoil quite a bit. Read a lot of reviews on it. A lot of guys really seem to like it. This is going to be one of my hunting rifles, and it's going to be for deer all the way up to elk. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys down the line.